just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure.
What's happening, everybody? Yeah, we're going to be talking about some of that pure money today, securing that bag. I mean, we're talking about government contracting today, and in particular, I want to go over some stats and some data that I've been able to abstract for you guys that I'll share with you so you can take a look at. And if you want to actually access it, you can join my GovCon Middleman Club, and I'll have it in there. Or you could get my SB Money Flow, and I'll have it in the back office for you to obtain there. But we got tons of information in store to help you with your government contracting journey so you can start earning. I'm telling you, this is a life-changing customer right here. As you've seen the opening of the stream, we're talking about $765 billion that was spent by a customer in 1 year. Yes, just 1 year. This wasn't stretched out over multiple years. We're talking about a customer that's spending that type of money in 1 year, and guess what? They're going to do it again. Now, you know what government data, we can only pull like 2023 data. Yes, there's 2024 data there already, but all of it's not in. So we're going off the 2023 data, but just understand, if it happened in 23, it's going to happen in 24, 25, 26, and it's going to keep going on. So make sure you pay attention, stay tuned, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs that you know want to get into the government contracting space so they can get educated. And also, if you guys have any questions at any time, go ahead and shoot them in the chat, put them in there in the comments, and I will be able to answer your questions while we are on this live stream. If it's your first time here, welcome. We go live Monday through Thursday right here on this channel. That's why you want to make sure you subscribe. On Mondays, we have our guy, one of our admins in the group, Courtney. He talks about his government contracting journey. On Tuesdays, I talk to business and mindset on our Dollars to Cents podcast at 8:30 p.m. On Wednesdays, it's 100% government contracting. And on Thursdays, unfortunately, this Thursday, I won't be here to do this. But usually on Thursdays, we talk about softwares, in particular SB Money Flow, and how it can help you guys with your small business. So let's get ready to dive into this thing, talking about the money that's being spent with the federal government and how you can actually access some of this money right here. Also, I know I've been gone for a little while. I keep forgetting. Don't forget, put in the comments, I am a millionaire. You got to believe it, right? Don't just, put it in there just to put it in there. I need you to believe every day that you wake up. I need you to believe and take the actions that millionaires do. And I'm telling you, your millions is coming. And when I show you this data today, you're going to see what billionaires do, right? They work with this customer right here. So again, I got a treat for you guys with this data that may blow your mind, but hopefully it's going to encourage you to say, hey, there's a lot of opportunity for me with this customer, and I want to dive in and start generating some of this revenue. The last thing I want you to do in the comments is network. Let us know where you're tuning in from, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay. You never know who is watching. This is your opportunity to network. And I'll tell you guys, the way the man upstairs works is pretty crazy. So if you're on my Instagram, I put a story up. I had to go visit a customer on a base today. And while I was there, my customer goes, hey, Travis, do you do concrete? I'm like, yes. One of the keys to government contracting, if a customer, a purchaser in the government side asks you, do you do something? And they usually are only going to ask you this if you do good business with them already, right? Because the government is kind of like a partner, right? They're looking for contractors to become partners of theirs to make their job easier. So the customer goes, hey, Travis, do you do concrete? I'm like, yeah. So they explained to me that the sidewalk that they have is too high and they bring in a lot of packages and stuff through the doors, and they have a hard time because, of course, the dolly can't get up the sidewalk. So they want to make the sidewalk with a ramp on it. Now, I don't know concrete, but it's not hard for me to find somebody that does concrete by all means. Okay. This is where that whole middleman thing comes in and people say illegal and listen, don't listen to that. Okay. This, I can find somebody who does concrete. I can win the concrete contract. I'm going to pay the concrete company for whatever they say the price is going to be. And then I'm going to put my fee on top to manage the project, because that's what I'm doing. I'm managing this operation. I got the sale. I'm making sure that they get there on time. I'm making sure they complete the job. My name is on the line for all of this, not the concrete company, right? So that's my part. Well, guys, right when I was setting up here, I forgot, like 2-3 months ago, I asked to get my driveway extended at my house. Now, I happen to live not far from the base, so somebody bangs on my door. I was about to get a little upset because they banged so loud. Literally 10 minutes before I jumped on here. Well, I get this card right here, and I don't know if you guys can read it. What does it say up here at the top? And I told you guys I was going to a base. So it has this gentleman up here. He's a vet. Not only is he a vet, he does concrete. He's doing my driveway. I forgot that I called him 3 months ago. But the way the man upstairs works, I told you, you just got to keep believing, and you got to keep taking the actions. And as you keep taking the actions and believing, it'll all work out. Just by me being there and just saying yes, because I know at the end of the day, I had the ability to accomplish this contract with or without this person. I was going to do it. But to make my life easier, because I've been believing and taking the actions that the man upstairs keeps blessing me with, he said, Travis, I'm going to make that contract a little bit easier for you. The guy's going to knock on your door 10 minutes before. You know, are you going to open the door or not? And I just so happened to open the door. I usually don't open the door. I opened the door today, and problem solved. He's actually a vet too. This makes it 10 times easier to go on the base and knock this contract out. And guess what? It's the fourth quarter. So they trying to spend this monies. They trying to get it off their desk. They're going to just directly award this bad boy to me. Probably be under $10,000 for just a sidewalk. So credit card spend. We're going to knock that contract out the park. He going to take his money. I'll probably make a couple $1,000s off the deal. That's how it works, guys. I don't know if you guys understand this or not. That's not complicated right there. That's just me having networking with the right individuals. Me constantly putting my name out in the street, shaking hands and kissing babies and putting the puzzle pieces together. There's no big formula to this. It's building the relationships like I've been trying to tell you guys. And again, we're in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is all about these relationships. The government got to get the money off their desk. September 30th, 31st, whatever the last date. Well, let's just say October 1st. How about that? October 1st is the beginning of a new fiscal year. If they don't spend this money, they're going to lose this money. And last year, they spent $765 billion. This year, it's more than that. And we're about to break this down. Again, guys, if you have any questions about anything that I go over today, feel free to go ahead and ask your question. If you're on Instagram or whatnot, and you want to see the bigger view, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio and go over to YouTube, and you can see the bigger screen as I'm about to share some information with you guys here. So let me go ahead and pull this up with you guys. Don't forget, make sure you're hitting that like, subscribe, and share button. If you got 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that you know need to learn about government contracting, go ahead and invite them in. All right, guys, check this out. So I wrote this up for you guys. Did a little bit homework and some research for y'all so y'all can get a little better understanding of what this contracting world is all about. Let me see if I can squeeze all that medical. Okay, that was too much. All right, guys. So again, if you join my Middleman club, and before I dive into that, let me show you exactly where you can find it. You can go to the MiddleMans Club, or is it just Middleman's Club? Maybe just Middleman's Club. Oops. Let me put Middleman's Club. I be forgetting all my links. Middlemansclub.com. If you go to middlemansclub.com, you can join my GovCon Middleman right here, or you can get an elite Middleman where we actually teach you about affiliate marketing and how to sell stuff on the internet. If you want to do that, just click right here for the GovCon Middleman. It's $79.99 a month. We meet 2 times a month. You could bring me all of your problems that you're having with GovCon. Bring them to the call, and guess what I'm going to do? Help you. But you got to get on the calls, right? You got to tell me what you need help with. Now, the reason why you want to do this is because I charge $99 for 30 minutes of my time. Well, with this monthly call, again, we're going to meet 2 times a month, and I'm going to answer everything that you guys want. And I got a back offices of training. You'll get the recordings of the previous videos, but if you want to be in both of my Middleman, you get it for $99 a month. Again, all of the stuff that I'm going to share with you today when we're talking about the data, it will be in the Middleman's Club. If you have our Elevate plan of SB Money Flow, you'll also get access to this data as well. So just FYI out here. All right, so now let's take a look at what I have here. Now, just the highlight of this entire article. In 2023, the federal government hit a record high of $764 billion that was spent. We're talking federal government, not state or local. We're saying federal. That was a 9.5% increase from previous years driven by major programs, defense, technology, and construction. Now, if the government is spending that type of money in defense, technology, and construction, guess what that means? Well, the public is spending that type of money, well, minus defense, but technology and construction. The government makes the economy run, whether you guys know that or not. Now, the DOD was a large factor of that spending, which they always are. 61% of that $765 billion was spent by DOD, largely fueled through their F-35 program. That's those jets, if you don't know what we're talking about. And the U word that I won't say out loud because YouTube be pinging me. The U word took a lot of that funding. Contracts for software and hardware technology has been on the rise for 9 straight years. That's why we're in the technology department, because I mean, it's just, it gets crazy with tech, reaching over $80 billion, while construction spending also made a strong comeback. On the flip side, the COVID related contracts saw an 82% drop. Ain't no more worrying about that. So all of the funding, we had a lot of funding to go towards that. They immediately just cut it off. All the vaccines, the medical supplies, they just cut it off. 82% drop. And that was in 2023. 2024, I believe it's probably about 5-10% that's being spent in that department because they just don't buy it anymore. So let's break down some of this. Okay. Now I'm not going to read through all of this again. If you get in the MiddleMans Club or you have SB Money Flow Elevate plan, you'll be able to get access to this and you guys can read over all of it. But we broke down some of the DOD spending. As I told you, the F-35 program and the F-15 program is where a lot of this spending is going towards, as we got a lot of things going on with a lot of other countries. And if it's one thing that America stands on, we may not stand on a lot of other things, but what we stand on is being the bullies. And the only way that we can stand on being the bullies, we got to have the firepower, right? The firepower, here it is. No other country spends the type money that we spend in firepower. They can't even compete with nowhere near the type money that we spend on firepower. So that's why, honestly, I'm never worried about any other countries talking or whatnot, because America's always going to make sure we the bullies. And if you don't know what those jets are, that's what it looks like. Now, speaking of that U word, the U.S. provided over $75 billion in aid. An estimated $8 billion of that aid went in direct contracts in 2023. So imagine it got even more in 2024. In 2023, $8 billion went towards the U word. And the biggest players of that was Lockheed Martin, RTX, and BAE Systems. They got stupid paid, and they're still getting stupid paid in 2024 because we ain't done. And guess what's about to happen in 2025? A whole nother bucket of billions of dollars is going to be dropped into their lap. And one thing about this is they don't have to have the small business set aside with this, saying that, hey, you know, you as a large company, in order to get this contract, you got to work with a small business. Because of what's going on and this stuff is actually needed, like in real time, they don't have time to be, you know, dealing with all of those requirements. This is going straight to Lockheed Martin's pocket with no partner because they can handle this. Now, with this said, though, for the first time in 2 decades, the defense supply chain expanded. Over 37,000 contractors received awards. I mean, that's a number that is increasing. So again, yes, the big boys are winning money, but we got to get out of our feelings, stop counting other people's pockets and say, well, wait a minute. Contractors are getting the opportunity to change their life with this customer. So I need to start focusing in. Of course, we're probably not going to win Lockheed Martin type money, but trust me, it is a lot of money available for you right there. Now, once we get past defense, well, your civilian agencies, that's any agency outside of DOD, that's a civilian agency. Okay, it's actually increased by 6.3%, 6.3% to $295.1 billion. Again, you don't got to be over in the DOD space when it comes to government contracting to get your life changed. It is plenty of opportunity sitting right here on the civilian side. And when I say civilian and DOD, like, you don't have to be in the military to work with the DOD. I'm just telling you, the DOD has some other red tape to get involved with them than what the civilian side of the house does, because it's our defense. So if you're not willing to adapt to the rules and regulations and working with DOD and their requirements for like cybersecurity and pay system with the wave and all of the stuff that they need for you to be up to speed to work with them, you can come to the civilian side, start generating revenue, shaking hands and kissing babies, building relationships up there, building your name up, your resources, and then you can come over to the DOD later. But I always advise contractors at some point you want to get involved with the DOD because their money ain't never going down. It just keeps going up. So if you can find yourself in a niche lane over there, I mean, you'll be set free. And they're always looking for creators, right? Who can create things to help our military forces on the ground, right? So if you're one of those individuals, by all means, they got programs that they'll pay you for ideas. You don't even have to have it built out. You just have an idea on a paper. It's called the SBIR program, SBIR. That program, they pay you for an idea that hopefully can turn into reality, and they'll pay you up to like $1 million at certain stages, right, of development. I believe it's like 4 stages, and they're going to pay you at every stage because they want first dibs on it once you bring it to production, right? They want to buy it from you first before you sell it to anybody else, and they handle that through that SBIR program. So anyways, let's get back to it. Again, these other agencies, there's tons and tons of money available for you. What I want you guys to focus on, because we're always saying, hey, you know, what should you pay attention to? Like, yeah, you can get cleaning contracts. That's cute. But do you want to do something that changes your life? Like, do you want to play this game at a different level? Or you just want to be basic? Like, I be hearing people all the time, and this stuff scares me, guys. Like, I see people on the internet, you guys are winning contracts, and then you got to give them back because you wasn't ready, because you listened to people tell you just submit bids at contracts and, you know, pray that you win. And when you do actually win, you in a pickle now because you don't really know what you're doing. So what I'm trying to advise to you is, if you follow the money, there'll be opportunity right there for you, and it'll make it a whole lot easier that you don't have to keep chasing these $10,000 contracts, these $15,000, these $20,000 contracts. I think that is the craziest strategy to me. Do you know how many $20,000 contracts you got to get to change your life? You are going to be looking at contracts every single day for the rest of your life, because you keep trying to win $20,000 contracts here and there. You're like just looking for an opportunity over here. And then I seen them selling screws over there, and I seen them selling the TVs over there. And somebody on the internet told me I could just go after all these type contracts. So I'm going after it. Well, that's a bad strategy, because you're going to be doing it for the rest of your life. But if you pay attention to this money right here, what does this say? Key players include the VA. You can never lose with having veterans as your partners. Another focus that they're expanding on, and I'm telling you, if the Democrats get in, which I believe that they are, you know, whatever. But there's a lot of opportunity here for this one. Department of Energy. You need to start learning about solar. You need to start learning about wind power. You need to start learning about water power. Because all you got to do is know the players. When I say learn about it, know the players who are already playing the game. How do you build the relationships up with the people who are already farming solar energy? Because now you can go buy a lot over in your state and bring that energy in it. And you don't have to be the one to do it. You just got to know the people that know how to do it, because they're going to give you the quote. And that's what we need. We need to know how much it costs to solve the problem. Now, you'll see HHS, it saw a slight decline. HHS is over Health and Human Services. Well, that was the pandemic, right? They had a lot of money during the pandemic time. It's over with for that. Maybe the monkeypox thing will pop up and they'll get some more money, but it's over. Their money is decreasing rapidly. And it's going back into DOD. Now, I'll say that too. If the Republicans get in, DOD increases even more, right? Keep that in mind. Either party is going to be in energy and manufacturing. Now, check this one out. Technology. I love technology. I've been doing technology all my life, graduated as a computer engineer, and I ain't looked back with technology. I'm still heavy in tech, and you get part of that in the MiddleMans Club. You know, I teach you guys about automation and AI. Well, here you go. Technology spending in the federal government on software and hardware has doubled over the past decade and hit an $80 billion record in 2023. AI contracts specifically. Man, I be hearing all these people on, Clubhouse and all this stuff talking about the AI experts. I see all these people on Instagram creating content that they the AI experts, but I see none of them going after these contracts. AI contracts specifically saw a sharp uptick in 2023, and it's still ticking in 2024 with more than 400 solicitations mentioning the word AI. AI just came out. 400 solicitations went out in 2023 for AI. I kept trying to tell the AI people, why don't you come over here to the government? You keep telling everybody on the Clubhouse that they should be involved with AI. Well, the government is begging. All my AI people, can you come show us what AI is? We got millions of dollars sitting for you. Well, 400 solicitations in 2023 went out, and even more went out in 2024. When I get the data, I'll be sharing that with you. NASA and Space Force had a banner year with combined record contracts nearly $30 billion. Now check this out. See, I be laughing at other people on the internet. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted the Teslas where I laughed at the people talking about they selling back the Teslas because they don't like Elon and the things that he said. First of all, you already bought the car. The bank paid for the car, so I don't even know why you're giving it back. But secondly, that $30 billion, what does it say? SpaceX. Well, who runs SpaceX? I believe that's Elon Musk. Elon Musk don't care about your opinions because he connected with this customer right here. This customer right here that got all this money, he not really worried about you, okay? I know it's cute that you buy a $30,000 car or $100,000 car. It's cute, but he really doesn't care about your money. This government money is what he really cares about. Okay, so SpaceX is crushing NASA's budget. All their money is going towards SpaceX. Again, COVID went down. The mass contract award schedule. I told you guys about that on one of my previous episodes here on our channel. You can go back and watch that. If you click on my YouTube and click on the live streams, you'll be able to see all of those past the videos. But the mass award schedule, that's the GSA schedule, over $38 billion went out on that schedule by itself. Okay. So that's all the notes that I have right there for the highlight. Once again, if you're in the Middleman GovCon Middleman Club, you'll be able to access these notes. Or if you have the Elevate plan of SB Money Flow, I'll be giving you guys access to this folder as well. Now, the other data that I want to share with you guys, I really got busy when I started digging into this data right here. Now, I know this is really for my Middleman Club. And if you happen to see this stuff and you want to research it further, by all means, it's here. You can look at the video. But I wanted to say, well, who's winning all this money? Well, I got a list of every contractor right here. What do we got? We have over 1,000 contractors right here in the money that they're winning. Now, I pulled this up because I really wanted to show you this is real money that's happening in front of our faces, right? We often complain about things that are going on in our community and we want change, but yet we don't have the money for the change. And here's all your companies right here. These companies are the ones that are really crushing it in the economy. It's not your people on the internet with the Lamborghinis and flexing the real estate that they're probably renting from these people. Like, guys, this is a whole new world. This is the real world. This is the real money in America right here. Not your Instagram people, not your social media people. This ain't your Casanets. This ain't your Speeds. I know y'all think they got money. This is the real money right here that I'm about to show you guys. Maybe I need to zoom this bad boy in. Let me slide this over so you guys can actually see these companies. That wasn't what I wanted to do right there. Slide my screen over here. Oops. I see y'all can't. All right. What I'm going to have to do is lower this. Pull that in some more. Boom. There we go. As you guys can see at the top, Lockheed Martin. In 2022, Lockheed Martin won $42 billion in 2022. In 2023, the government was obligated to pay them $63 billion. I'm not talking million. I'm talking billion. Lockheed Martin made $63 billion in 2023. I told you they got the planes and the jets and the bombs and the missiles and all of that. That was a $21 billion change in just 1 year. Imagine making an extra $21 billion in just 365 days. See, I'm trying to tell you, the internet stuff, that ain't real money. This space that we in, $21 billion, we talking real money now. Now let's keep going on. See, if you pay attention to, let me do a control F for you guys. I got to show y'all something. I got to show y'all how real money is operating in this world because, we don't know, and I get tired of the people on the internet lying to y'all. They don't have real money. They capping. Lockheed Martin. Let me do a search. I just did a search for Lockheed. Lockheed Martin won $63 billion in 2023. Lockheed Martin Corporation won $1.6 billion in 2023. They also won another $1.5 billion in 2023. They probably got one little letter change right here. Let me keep going. They won another $1.8 billion in 2023. What I'm trying to show you guys is that these big companies, they got multiple variations to their name and they still making more money under other names. $43.79 million in this one. Now, that ain't just Lockheed. I can go to Boeing. Ooh, did I spell Boeing incorrectly? Boeing. See? Boeing. Boeing got two up here at the top of the chart. Boeing made $20 billion in 2023, and they made another $2.4 billion in 2023. Guys, this changed. They made an extra $2 billion in a year, and they made an extra $5 billion in a year. What about this company right here, ADS Specialty Healthcare? They had a 133% increase in the amount of money that they made in 1 year. What about this company right here? The Regents University of California. This is a school. Did you know that you could partner with your university, the college that you went to? You could partner with them and get contracts that are only given out through universities. All you got to do is educate your university on federal government contracting. Do you know that you can bring farming to your university right now? Do you know that you could bring manufacturing to your university right now and make millions of dollars for you and your university? Probably have your name put up on something. I would do that for my university, but they didn't treat me right. This university made a 1,400% increase in their bottom line. This is the type of opportunity that you guys will have right here. I'm just showing you this so you can start believing. I didn't just type these numbers in. This is official data. This is real money. And that was the billions. Look at the companies that's making millions. Would you be okay with $66 million in 1 year? I know I'd be. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to make billions. I'm trying to get up here on the list. You know what I'm saying? This list stopped down here at 20 million. I ain't even at 10 yet. So I couldn't get on this list. I'm trying to get there. One day I will be. Don't get it twisted. We coming. The beauty about this is I ain't got to do it overnight. Making a couple million every year, I'm pretty good. I'm okay with that. I am trying to get to 20. But to make $3-4 million a year, I've been pretty comfortable. I'm not satisfied though. So that's that list. You're going to get that. Don't forget, if you guys got any questions for me, make sure that you put them in the chat. Feel free. I'll answer any of your questions as I get to them. Don't forget, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. We showing this real money today. Now, check this out. Your NAICS codes. A lot of people keep asking me, Travis, what are the NAICS codes that I should be using? Well, guys, look, man. SB Money Flow can do this for you, by the way, but I understand that everybody don't have the capital for SB Money Flow. So you can get in the Middleman's Club. And again, I'll put this in the Middleman's Club, or you go to NAICS.com and look it up. But I have every NAICS code right here. Look at all of the NAICS codes that are out there. There should be almost 1,000 different NAICS code variations. Yes. But now you can find all your NAICS codes. So you can stop asking me what NAICS codes. You can just do a Control F. Maybe you'll find whatever it is that you want. And guys, if you're selling products to the government, you guys are killing me with this one. Y'all keep asking me, Travis, what NAICS codes do I use to sell products? I don't know what product you're selling. Every product got its own NAICS code. You got to understand what NAICS code the customer is using to purchase that product. Where do you find a NAICS code for that product? In the solicitation. The solicitation will tell you what NAICS code they are using to acquire that product. That's the NAICS code that you need. Guys, we got to stop wanting to be babied so much. Like, y'all not even trying. When you start talking to me about a NAICS code, to me, you're not even trying to do better, because this is so simple. We're talking about a NAICS code here. This ain't something that you got to be a scientist to figure out. They're not trying to hide the NAICS code from you, but you can't be lazy. Read the contract. I know I said products. Any contract will tell you what NAICS code they're going to use to acquire that product or service. You got to have that NAICS code. You know what I'm saying? Go add it into your sam.gov. If you want to go after that solicitation that you're reading in front of your face and it tells you the NAICS code is 541592. Probably said that 541192, whatever. If it tells you that NAICS code, go to sam.gov and add it into your profile if you want to go after that contract. Now, again, I got previous videos to talk about the strategy and NAICS code, so you're going to get access to that as well. What else do I have in store for you guys that I put right here? Government buyers. Ooh, I like this one right here. I like this one right here. I got every single government buyer out there. Yeah, you heard me. Every single government buyer that has ever purchased, I got them on this list. The agency that they're in, and their email address to go with them. See that email address? And not just the email address. Guess what else I got? The phone number. You know what I'm saying? So you can figure out your own marketing strategy of how you want to go after them, but these are all your buyers. But not only this, guys. I didn't stop there. You see, is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. I didn't stop there, guys. This ain't just the government buyers list. This is the government buyers of 8A contracts. Now, if you listen to my 8A strategy before you go get an 8A, this is going to become very valuable to you when you go talk to them 8A companies that you're looking to partner with. Every single one of these contractors on this list right here, keep pointing over there, they all purchase 8A contracts. This is your goal. This is the goal to change my life. This is how I start winning 8A contracts with this list. But anyways, let me keep moving on. What else do I got for you guys? You guys are going to get mad. I'm telling you, I gave y'all some stuff right here. We got the partner finder, the vehicles. Again, I talked to you guys about GSA schedules on my previous episode here. So you guys can go back and watch that on my YouTube. But here's every single schedule right here. And look at all the schedules, guys. That's why I told you guys, man, I could be talking all day long about schedules. There's over 1,000 schedules that are, again, IDIQs or BPAs, or they're on the GSA schedule. I shouldn't say schedule, I should say vehicles, okay? There's over 1,000 vehicles that the government purchases on. So you can see the name of the vehicle. This is the dollar amount. Remember, all vehicles aren't open enrollment. So you got to figure that out. Well, guess what? We got that up here for you too. You don't really have to figure it out. Now you could come up here, and what else do? We got the person, the predecessor of the vehicle. So sometimes the vehicle's names change. Okay. They go from one vehicle to another. So you could actually see what the previous name was, like this T4 one right here changed to T4NG2, right? You got to know this stuff. Now there we got the award date right here. Oh yeah, I can't see all this, huh? All right. So once we get through the names, all right, we got the award date right here. All right. So you can get an understanding if it was awarded on this date. Well, we could look at things like some of these vehicles could be 10 years, right? So you'll know that it's going to open back up 10 years later on this date. This is the dollar amount that they're spending on each one of those vehicles. So if you see, I believe, what is this vehicle? The mass vehicle, you'll see that they spend the most money. $33 billion got spent on that vehicle. So, only the people that have that vehicle can go after these $33 billion. But again, I had somebody in my comments that they was like, so in order to get a GSA schedule, it isn't for small business owners that are just getting started. You got to have this. Look, if you cry about things, then all the stuff that you cry about, it'll keep showing in front of you. And that'll keep discouraging you from proceeding forward. You should stop crying about the requirements to get on the schedule and start strategizing. How the hell do I get to the schedule? Stop crying. Crying don't get nobody nowhere. In this space right here in the government industry, nobody cares about you crying. I'm telling you, the minute that you start crying and complaining about things aren't fair and you're not doing it to Congress, like Congress has a whole floor that you can cry on and tell them about things that aren't fair. And they're supposed to listen to you and then they go vote. That's what you voted these people in office to do. But to be crying to everyday people, contractors and stuff about things ain't fair and this shit, what you want us to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Do you think the GSA is going to change the way that they go after contracts because you keep crying and saying things ain't fair? Are they going to completely change the way that they award contracts because you keep crying? No. Government contracting was happening before you and it's going to happen well after you. So stop crying and start strategizing. Because guess what? When you stop crying and start strategizing, you'll realize 90% of the people that was looking at this stuff was crying. You're only going up against 10% of the competition, and chances are that 10% ain't even looking at that stuff because they got things that are actually working for them already. They're making plenty of money. They ain't never cried. And they ain't got time to pay attention to the little low-hanging fruits of the couple millions of dollars they making billions. So the faster you stop crying about things that are in your way, the faster that you can get towards the money. These schedules are a strategic way that you could change your life if you start to understand how to work the schedules and help companies that are already prepared. And then eventually you're going to partner with them and make yourself millions of dollars. All right. What else do I got right here? The last thing that I do got is the government contacts. I got every single government person right here. Now, I know I told you the 8A one earlier. That was for everybody that purchases 8A contracts, right? Well, this one is every single contract. Every single one of them. They're right here. Over 1,000 people. So when you follow your money and you find a department that got your money, well, guess what? You can come right back here. You can search at the top. We got every single department right here. You'll find your department. You can find the procurement officer, the contract specialist. You'll have their name and their email and their phone number if it's available. You see some of them got them 000s in there and ain't quite available. But if you got the name and you are reaching out to your small business department, guess what happens? You could say, hey, I'm trying to get in touch with Antoine Middleton about this opportunity. And I know he's the procurement officer over there. And the opportunity is coming out, August 2025. I want to get ahead of the game. Well, now we start changing things up. But you're going to have this list too. It's going to give you all of that information, guys. Don't forget, make sure you're hitting that like button, that subscribe button, that share button to 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners so they can see what the heck we got going on over here to change small business owners' lives. Don't be selfish with it. If you got any questions, go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and I'll make sure that I do answer those for you. So that's just a list of some of the stuff that I wanted to go over to show you guys things about government contracting. But at the end of the day, you got to submit towards opportunity. So let me make my screen a little bit bigger here. I always advise people, if you want to talk about what is the best way to network with the government, well, the best way to network is to submit opportunities, but we don't submit just random opportunities. You need to know what's going on. A large factor that you guys are messing up when it comes to government contract is y'all are not budgeting your money. I keep seeing you guys get awarded contracts and you got to turn it back in. God, you do not want to turn your contract back in because you didn't have the money to supply the contract. That is the craziest thing to me. And yes, you can return contracts and whatnot, but if you put a stain on your name to the customer that's saying, hey, I win contracts, but when you ask me to go ahead and do it, I ain't really ready for that. That's crazy. So if you can't handle it financially, don't go after it. It's tons of other contracts out here that you can go after that will fit your budget. Do not fall into that trap. You should have credit cards. If you don't have credit cards, if you got a house, you can get a line of credit. If you don't have a house to get a line of credit, you can go get a loan. Just like you got a loan for that car, just like you got a loan for that house, just like you got a student loan. I can go down all the loans that you got, but there's your opportunity to go get money. And if you know that you're submitting after opportunities, let me just say, if I know I'm submitting after opportunities and I total them all up and, they equal $200,000-$300,000, well, I should probably be going to go see if I can get a line of credit at my local bank or something, or some type of loan. I don't like the loans because the minute you go get the loan, you start owing money back. So if you don't win that contract and you got that loan, well, they still are going to charge you. Lines of credit is kind of, you're going to pay as you use it. So maybe you get a HELOC or something on your house, or you can get a line of credit with the SBA possibly, or to me, a credit card is a line of credit. But we don't spend it, make the money, and not pay the credit back. Like, we got to pay the credit back so we could do it all over again and again and again and again. And eventually you're going to have enough profit in your pocket that you no longer have to tap into that line of credit, and things will start to change for you. But you can't do it this lazy way that people are talking about. I mean, maybe you can. I just wouldn't advise it. Anyways, let's change this screen right here because I wanted to dive in. That ain't the right screen. Look, I got too many screens. Where are we at? Maybe this one? New scene? There we go. All right, now let me take this off my screen here, and we are going to move this. Now, SB Money Flow, guys, we wanted to simplify this for you. When you actually get signed up with SB Money Flow, if you get the Elevate plan, you'll be able to access all our features from building websites, social media, AIs, and the automations that's on the Elevate plan. If you just want to focus on government contracting information where you can find opportunities and things of that nature, you can utilize your opportunity board so you can follow up with all of your different contracts and contacts and things of that nature. We've made a nice CRM for you where you can follow all of the things that you got going on. If it's the network or if it's contract opportunities that you find, you could do this and start building out your pipeline. But how do we find stuff easily? Well, we got our GovCon marketplace. Again, once you get into SB Money Flow, you come down here to your left-hand side, click on GovCon marketplace, and it'll bring you over into our marketplace where you can start following the money. The stuff that I put in the Excel spreadsheets was here. You can start following and see who's spending the money, who's winning the money, so you can start to build relationships. You want to look at opportunities? Well, here's your opportunities right here. Again, you click on the federal opportunities and you can just start looking for things. Look for your NAICS code. All right. You can look for set asides, specific agencies, places of performance, sources sought, pre-solicitations. You can look through all of that stuff right there. We do have some state contracts available, and I'll tell you guys, we'll have all of the states here really soon. Not only will we have all of the states here really soon, we're going to have some AI available real soon that you can actually upload the solicitations into, and the AI is going to help you respond to the solicitations, kind of get you like 80% there, 90% there, and you need to put on the finishing touches for your business. your name and what you got going on. Yeah, we're going to have all of that real soon. So the price tag will go up when I get that stuff. I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time. But the ones that are in, you will be grandfathered in. I don't raise prices on people that are already in. But anyways, you'll be able to see state opportunities, businesses. Again, all of these businesses, guys, you can figure out who to network with right here. This is one of the favorite features here is, clicking right here and understanding the 75,000 businesses that are active on sam.gov. If I need a veteran-owned business to partner with, I can do that. And I love looking between 1 million and 10 million. That lets me know that these are businesses that are looking to do some real money. I want you to remember, if a company wins $1 million, trust me, they didn't make $1 million. Okay. If they won $1 million, chances are that their profit margins are somewhere around $80,000 to maybe $250,000. Maybe. Could be stretching it. Right. So I want you to remember, do not get caught up in the emotions of these numbers that people keep flashing right there. The reason I'm at 1 million, 10 million, because again, if they at 10 million, they should be hitting about 1 million in profit, right? So I'm actually not reaching out to people at 10 million. Okay. But those, 2, 3, 4, 5 million, that lets me know they're in my same space. They're trying to get to 10 consistently into 20 consistently. And they have the finances and capital, and they know how to solve problems already. So I like looking at them. So I go over there. I want a veteran-owned business that has been active. We got 1,900. Well, I don't want any veteran-owned business because I don't know any people in California. I don't know how they act. They act crazy out there for all I know. So why don't I look in my own backyard? Like, let me look at Maryland. So all of a sudden I got 138 businesses in Maryland that are veteran owned, utilizing the services that I do. Well, I can actually just come back here and click my NAICS codes. 541512. It's 11 businesses. I should talk to these people. I should start networking with them. Let's start whining and dining. How do I know who it is? Click. I click on it right here. Come on. It'll pull it up. Hopefully. Well, you can see some people don't fill out their SAM profile all the way. So I don't get all of the information right there. But guess what? The internet got all the information. That's why I ain't tripping. I can easily come over here and just, type in owner. Right? Again, don't cry. Right? Like a lot of people do. They cry. We're not going to cry. Oh, what do you know? Phil Green is the president. I could go to his LinkedIn account, and start looking at Phil. Well, what do you know? Phil's a brother that looks like me. So guess what else I should be doing? What else would I do after that? Dang, look, I don't even know my own Instagram account. Join LinkedIn. My own LinkedIn account. I guess I don't know my own login no more. Oh, I see what's happening. It keeps trying to log me in with Google. Cancel. All right, cool. But I got Phil Green right here. So what I would start doing is start looking at Phil Green. Like, okay, he worked at Northrop Grumman, so he got some relationships there. He's been in this since 2005, 19 years in the game. He has a company that's grown over 90 employees. I can agree. His number says that based off the amount. He went to the University of Maryland. I got a connection there. I went to the University of Maryland as well. I can have a conversation and spark it maybe by, the University of Maryland. But I need to sign in here so I can really show you guys how you would look through this stuff, all right? Now, he's going to get an alert that, I just looked at his account, which that's cool. But what I'm looking for now, hopefully I could find it. Well, I can see that he's a process engineer. Cool. Well, he didn't fill out too much of his profile, so it ain't too much that I can find there. But the other thing that I can look at is right here, mutual connections. Well, I can look here. I know Jeanette. I can ask her, does she know him? And look how easily that relationship gets built. I know James. I can reach out to him. Hey, do you know him? Phil? And just like that, I made my connection. All of a sudden, me and Phil, we can go play some golf, wine and dine or something. And why would I take my time and do all of this? Well, because Phil's making between $1 million and $10 million. Me and Phil together as a team, we can go after some things, especially an individual like me. You know, I look for people who are doing great things so we can partner together. Well, this is why I'm going to do this. I also realized based off the data that, hey, Phil's about that action. Phil knows how to do business with the customer that I know how to do business with. So I ain't got to go back and forth with stuff. All I got to do is find an opportunity for me and Phil now. Now, I'm a consultant, so I'm not particularly going to find any opportunity for Phil. I'm actually out of that game unless I got like a $30 million project, which we got one coming down the pipeline. So, yes, I will go look for the partners on that end because it's $30 million. But you know, right now somebody is making between $1 million and $10 million. I'm not looking for them. If anything, they're about to get a consulting marketing plan that I can help them, and they'll pay me to help them. And once they pay me to help them, that helps us. Because I ain't about to do this stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? This takes a lot of work, as you guys can see. This took me a whole week just to get all this data and stuff for you guys. So nah, we ain't playing those type of games. But anyways, hopefully you guys learned something about government contracting today. The $765 billion that is available out there for you guys. Remember, that was 2023 statistics. They're spending way more money than that in 2024. And the 2024 fiscal year is coming to an end in less than 20 some days. At the end of September, the fiscal year gets cut off. The government has to spend every single dollar or else they lose it. This is a great time. I mean, a great time for you newbies, for you people who are just getting started in the industry. This is a great time to get direct awards under $10,000, under $4 million. Directly awarded to you with no competition. They got to get it off their desk. You can go get yourself a $2 million direct award contract in the next 20 some days because it's use it or lose it. So I want to encourage you guys, get involved in this industry. Don't play around with it, because once again, it can and it will change your life if you allow it. All right, let me see if I got any questions here in the chat. Once again, I appreciate y'all for hanging with me tonight. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. Before I go through this chat questions real quick, I want to share this with you guys. If you want to stay updated with anything that we got going on, you can come over here to travisknows.com. I'll put the link in the chat, as well as remember to put an S on the end of knows so you can access this. But when you go to travisknows.com, you'll be able to access everything that I was talking about, the MiddleMans Club, SB Money Flow. But most importantly, what I want you to do is come here, join our community for free. You can click right there, and you'll be inside. And we got tons and tons of amazing individuals inside of the community that are going to assist you with our admin team, and being the strong community that we are, encourage you and keep motivating you to move forward. And guys, we got some knowledgeable people in the chat. Outside of our admin team is some other knowledgeable contractors in there that, guys, start networking, start having conversations. And once again, you never know who you can meet that's going to help change your life. You guys that are asking what website that is my software, SB Money Flow. Once again, you can go to travisknows.com right here, click on SB Money Flow, and that will take you to that software right there. If you want any of those spreadsheets that I went over and you don't want to get SB Money Flow, you can get inside of my GovCon Middleman Club, which is right here. And for $79 a month, we meet 2 times a month And I literally answer all your questions. That you guys have access to all of the data, which is this folder right here. You guys will get access to this folder and a back office full of information, and all of the previous videos are there. So you guys can start watching in. Again, that is the Middleman's Club. You can find everything at travisknows.com. If you want a consultation, that'll be here as well. If you need money, we're talking about money, you can come right here, access the funding. It's located right here. I'm not the funder. Okay. I partner with a company that funds me, and I say, hey, well, if you funding me, can you fund my people? So you can actually come right here, and that'll get you in touch with them to book appointments so you can see what type of funding, whether it's credit cards that you need, lines of credit, or loans. They'll put you in the right position to make sure you can capitalize. If you need an Amex card, that credit card, I love an Amex, so many points and perks. I highly advise you to go ahead and get one, especially if you're a traveler. This is how all those people on the internet, you keep seeing them travel all around the world. Well, guys, they're not really traveling around the world on money. They're using points, because they pay for their business stuff with their credit card, and they use the points to live their life. So you can get all that. Everybody's been asking me about, the setup of my podcast equipment or my live stream equipment. I got all of that right here. And last but not least, my reading list is right there. I thought my Clubhouse link was there, but I guess it didn't show up. But anyways, travisknows.com. That's where you could go and find all of that information out for you to start winning. Just don't use the middleman strategy if you don't know what you're doing. I don't put fears on people, man. So, majority of the stuff that you're going to do in life is a middleman strategy. So it's not hard to resell paper. That's a middleman strategy. Majority of the stuff that you're going to be doing, you're going to buy it from somebody else and sell it for a higher price. Whether you buy somebody doing the work, right? That's what an employee is. I'm technically in the middle. The employees doing the work. This is why I just don't like this wordplay. It messes with people's mind, and then you put all these scarcity factors and start saying what you can and can't do. But tell me what boss ain't a middleman. Tell me what boss really physically sits there and do all the work, and I'll come and slap you. Because the real boss ain't doing none of the work. They're moving the money. So they're technically, to me, in the middle of everything. But if you allow the scarcities of people with this whole middleman thing, which of course there is illegal ways to do this. If you're just being lazy, right? And you're doing a hustle where, okay, you're charging me $1,500. I can get $1,000 to go ahead and do the deal. And that's lazy. That's a pass through. But when you're really operating a business and a check is coming into you, and you got the financial systems in place, the bookkeeping and the payroll, and you got these people under your company working for you, that ain't no middleman. That's illegal. That's legit middleman stuff right here. When you partner with companies that are doing cement for you, and you're managing the operation where they're going to pay you and you got to pay the company, that's legit middleman work. So again, if you allow the scarcities of these people out here who are using clickbait because they realize that middleman videos took off in data, right? And they can't figure out how to get their videos seen by other people. So they realize, put scarcity in people. This will help my algorithm grow. Well, if you allow them to impact you and scare you away, see, it's probably the same person talking about FAR limitations and all that stuff. Look, y'all done talk to the wrong one right here. Travis ain't scared of none of that stuff. And the people that's around me that I teach, we ain't scared about none of that stuff because we do things legit. We don't do anything illegal. But by all means, if you get scared, that's on you. The website, I think I put it in the link, sbmoneyflow.com, or you go to travisknows.com, get it all there. What if an organization says they only have 66,000 budget? What is that? 66,000 budget, but they are asking for it at a minimum of $250K. I don't understand that. First of all, ain't no government organization gonna tell you how much they got budget. I showed you the budget that they gonna show you. They gonna show you that they plan to spend $50 billion in a year. They not about to tell you the budget that they have for your project. That's where you're supposed to know your industry and you know your margins and understand how much it's going to cost. If the government told you what the budget of the project was, then it wouldn't be competitive, right? Like, how are they going to have people? The whole purpose of this procuring contracts thing is to make it a competitive bid where you may have somebody that comes in at a price. If they're thinking 250, right? They may have somebody come in at a price to say they could get the job done for 190. They may have another person that say get it done for 320. The 320 person may know things that they forgot that they could accomplish. They may be, they got away from that lowest price technically acceptable. Now they're looking for value. So that 300 plus thousand may bring more value to the table, right? So the government will never ever tell you what a budget to a project is. That's part of you running and operating a business. Like, you got to know, you got to learn what pricing is. And the easiest thing to pricing to me, whether it's service based or product based, how much did I got to buy the product for it? That's already the set ground. Whatever it costs for me to buy the product, get it shipped and delivered and all of that stuff, I can't go any lower than that. And if I went at that exact price, I would be a fool. I would be losing money. So I already know I got a start of what the market is telling me it got to be. For service-based side, what employees do I have to hire? They're going to tell me how much they're expecting per hour. I know how much. That's the base amount that I got to be at. And then I got to add my fee to the top. The question is, what's your fee? Well, if you don't know how to work out your own expenses and your own numbers of handling business, you probably should get into one of my programs or something. I don't really know how to tell you how to come up with your own fee. You should know how to budget and know your own dollar amount so you can do that correctly. Outside of that, you're going to be on Stressham Street like my man Hams would say. But, y'all can pimp this out too, because that budgeting thing or the pricing thing also, messes you guys up. In the beginning, you may not know about all this rat rate and you probably don't know all of your expenses and stuff of that nature. So treat it like hustling on the streets, right? So, it's going to cost me $1,000 for this. I'm willing to sell it for $1,800. Like, I'm okay with making $800 off of the deal. That's the price that I'm going to put on top of it. Boom. Submit it. You'll probably win and you'll realize $800 wasn't enough. I'm saying I could have put more money on top of that, but you got to get your feet wet. You got to taste. Most importantly, you're going to deliver and you're going to put a good stamp on your name to a customer that procures products or services. So next time around, you'll get the pricing correctly. And you don't have to pay people all this crazy money or beat yourself up over the head and say, well, I don't know if I price things correctly. I want to cry. I can't submit the opportunity because I don't know how to price. I just told you how to price the easiest way. If you're not willing, I can't tell you what the pricing is. I got to do the same research that I just told you. So when you ask me these things, you're just telling me, Travis, I want to be lazy and I want to cry. Because it's not hand delivered to me. You got to go look this stuff up. This is just logic. If I'm doing a service-based business, somebody got to do the work. Now, the problem is you be thinking about you doing the work all the time, which even if you do the work, you are somebody. How much does somebody need to be paid per hour to do this job? That's got to be at minimum what I charge. What are they charging me every hour? You can multiply that by 40. There goes your work week. You can multiply that by 52. That's how much you're going to be paying out for the year for that person. That's how much it costs you per year. It's a 4-year contract. Multiply that. Well, it'll be a 5-year contract, 5-year contract. Multiply each one of them by 5 years. And if you're smart about this, they probably want raises. So you should be raising their fee up every year, which increases your contract value, because if you got to pay them more, then you need to raise the price of your contract. That's why I also laugh at people when they talk about the type of money that they made on a contract and it's $1 million a year. Like, that's impossible. You should always be going up in price. So maybe this first year is 900,000. The second year is 990,000. The third year is 1.1 million. The fourth year is 1.185 million. And the fifth year is a total 2 million. That's how you end up doing pricing, because all employees, I don't know if they're going to stick around with you if you don't give them a raise. And if you're not getting your employees to stick around on a service-based contract, every time you lose an employee, you lose knowledge of the contract. You got to train somebody every time. And trust me, the government will notice that they got to keep issuing new badges to people, and they know that they're losing knowledge. So that's going to leave a bad stain on your company as well if they see a high turnover rate, right? Because you don't treat your employees right. You can't treat your employees right because you listen to a fool on the internet try to teach you about pricing instead of coming up with your own pricing. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all got to learn the game and just stop listening to these people on the internet give crazy advice on how you should be operating business. It just don't work like that. It sounds cute, but if you look at it at the end of the day, the people just selling you these courses, that's how they make majority of their money. I don't make majority of my money off courses and stuff. I love selling courses. I love helping people, but trust me, Travis don't put up with too much BS because I got my government contracts rolling. I'm doing this out of the love of, my passion of helping my community, but I'm not about to just sit here and baby people and allow you to cry in my face. That just don't work over here. So those of you that really want to change your life and you're willing to put forth the effort, join our community, right? Anybody can do this. I don't care what your background was. I don't care what has happened previous in your life. I don't care what struggles you're going through. If you want to change your life, I got a customer that can help you out. It's called the United States government. You can cry. You can complain. You can say it's too much paperwork. You can say, I don't want to do it because I don't want to work with Republicans or whatever stuff that you want to cry about. Again, that's your choice. But if you are truly the individual that wants to change the wealth for you and your loved ones, if you want to change the life for them little babies running around, if you want to change your community because you don't like the way it's operating, well, this is going to be the customer for you. And people keep asking me, how does this change the community? What is going to happen when you win that $10 million contract? You're going to hire people around you. You supply the jobs in your community and stop waiting for other people to do it. You build the houses in your community and stop waiting for other people to come build the houses. How do you build the houses? Well, you're going to have the capital to do it. You ain't got to cry and beg people for their money to build your houses because you heard a fool on the internet tell you you don't need no money to build a community. Well, how about this? We go get this contract money and you ain't got to search for people for money to build your community, because you're going to have all this money that if you don't build the community, well, the IRS is going to come get their chunk of the change. You know what I'm saying? So it's either cut that $200,000 check to the IRS or take that $200,000 and put it on a down payment of building the community. You could be the person donating to the nonprofit that's in your backyard right now that can actually make a change. But the one thing that they are missing is capital. That they keep asking that rappers should be spending their money with them. That Beyonce and Jay-Z, it ain't fair that they give their money in New York and don't give their money. It's their money. Stop crying about other people's money in the way that they spend the money. Go get the damn money for yourself and solve the problems that you want to solve. I'm showing you where to go get the money at. I get to solve all my problems with my own money. I ain't never asked for nobody to give me money to solve my problems. I stopped crying. I figured out how to get the money and I solve everything that I want to solve myself. And I don't back down to nobody about it. I don't care when people tell me that I talk cocky and I don't care. because I really do this. I really help people. I really invest in people. Although they burn me, I still do it. I just don't talk about it all the time because I don't need to, because I don't care. I know what's going on in my world, and you can know what's going on in yours. You just got to be willing to boss your own hustle, guys. Figure out your hustle and become the boss of it. You got to put your own strategy together. You got to put the pieces together for yourself. I'm just giving you nuggets. You got to pick the nuggets up and you got to start moving and figure out your way for yourself. It will work. I promise. You just can't lose faith. You got to keep pushing forward, understanding that every day I take action, I learn and become a better person. But every day I sit my ass on that couch and I cry and complain. Every day I sit there and scroll through Instagram and fantasize over Coach Prime and Beyonce and Sweetie and all these entertainers or people from my local school that made it. And I'm just sitting over there on the couch scrolling and looking at them all day. And I just wasted 24 hours and I didn't become a better person. Well, you're the reason why you're not getting better. You can make the choice tonight that I'm going to become better every day by taking action and changing my life. Sitting on the couch ain't taking action. Crying in the corner ain't taking action. Watching a video and then complaining ain't taking action. You got to start taking daily actions every single day. Your actions should be going towards your goals. If you don't have goals, that's the reason why you don't know what actions to take. Winning contracts is not a goal. If you get in this space, you have no choice but to win contracts, right? Like, you have to win contracts in order to be good in this space. So winning contracts ain't a goal. Me getting $10 million, me making $1 million in 365 days is a goal. How do I get $1 million in the next 365 days? Well, I come work with this customer over here that I gotta win the contracts to get towards my goal. Again, you got the option. You can make the change. I believe in you. I just need you to believe in yourself. Once again, I hope that y'all got some value out of today. Drop a fire sign down in the comments if you guys picked up anything that I put down today. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. I will not be here tomorrow. I got to jump on the plane, get to Alabama. We about to light the stage up in Alabama. I got some tricks up my sleeve that I'm about to pull up and show y'all out there to get y'all educated in this space. I'm looking forward to that. We'll be back here next week on Monday, 7 p.m. My guy Courtney will be on there blessing you guys. Also, give a shout outs to our admin team here, Deshanti. You guys will see her around there in the chat hanging out. Courtney is here as well. Shout outs to him. That's who you guys will be seeing around here. And I don't believe I've seen Simone pop up on here, but you'll see her inside of the groups when you do jump in there. So shout outs to them. I always love to give them love and support because they are what helps this machine go. Once again, I love you all. I hope that y'all have a blessed night. Get out there and crush it. It's the fourth quarter, guys. You only got a couple days left. Remember, it's no crying. It's no complaining. It's just getting out there and getting it done. I love you all. I'll talk with you later and have a blessed week.
It's just different.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I keep a couple in the bag, homie.